So something I'm always asked about is how to make your home feel cozy. So I thought I'd make a video where I share 5 easy steps that you can put into place in your home now, easily, over the next few weeks, months, or years to instantly make your home feel more snug, cozy, and inviting. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I share lots of interiors tips, homeware hauls, and other things from our cozy cottage in the English countryside. Okay, so a lot of things designers talk about is choosing colours for your home, choosing which piece of furniture to get, spatial planning, how to know which lighting's good, or how to know if your room is north facing, south facing, all of those kinds of things. But what a lot of people fail to mention is how to add those finishing touches that really set your home apart from the rest. Ever since I can remember, I've always been obsessed with trying to make our home feel cozy, cottagey, country, and lived in. And we're obviously very lucky that we do live in a quite small, quite snug and dark cottage, but it was actually very, very stripped back when we bought it, and we've done a lot to add character to our home. So even though we've done architectural detailing throughout the home, like storage cabinets, paneling, ceiling cladding, beams, all of those kinds of things, today I want to share my 5 easy tips for you to get a cottage, cozy, comfortable, lived-in style in your home. Okay, so the first and arguably most important thing that I'm going to talk about is using layered lighting in your home. This doesn't need to be a really considered architectural lighting design with lots of backlighting and ceiling lights, but just different layers of lighting throughout each room. So as you'll see behind me here, I've got a lamp over there, I have spotlights overhead, I've got a lamp here, I've got pendants, I've got some small Christmassy lights because it's currently Christmas. But you can do this in loads of different ways, and the best place to start is just getting a few lamps from around your home in different rooms and adding them all into the same room at different levels, and kind of figuring out where you like them, where lets off a nice pocket of light in the room to create that cozy atmosphere. I would really suggest looking at getting different heights of lighting, so that can be floor lamps, table lamps, some on small side tables. You should look to drop pendant lighting slightly lower if you're at that stage of your project, just so that the lighting doesn't hit the eye in a very harsh way. Another great light source that is often overlooked as a light source is candles. So I always have a couple of candles in each room. Obviously do be mindful of the health and safety aspect of that, but when I'm in a room I like to have a candle on, and it helps the room feel calm, cozy, and smell amazing. With lamps, you need to be careful to get the right bulb. So I always go for the warmest white I can get. This one behind me is a little bit yellowy. So yeah, definitely go for something with a more orange undertone. And if you need light bulb recommendations, do let me know and I can pin a comment down below. The next most impactful thing you can do in your home to make it feel more cozy is adding lots and lots of textiles and soft furnishings throughout. It's really important not to stick to one colour palette, so make sure you have a few different colours, lots of textures, and think about draping throws over the side of a sofa, a dining chair, an armchair, putting cushions on stools in different sizes with different textures. So in the winter, like it currently is, you might want to add some wool, some tweed, some heavy duty linens, some boucle, those kind of heavier fabrics, but mixed in with lighter cottons, lighter linens, those kind of things. It's also a really great place to play with pattern and to show that you're not just a basic one-note kind of designer who's interested in the same thing. Soft furnishings is also a really great place to play with pattern and to mix up some different textiles in your home. I think it really helps your home look different if you have some contrasting patterns that might be in the same colorway or completely different, just to show that you've really thought about and considered how patterns go throughout your home. Another thing to consider is adding soft furnishings into your kitchen. So draping a tea towel over the oven, even just over your sink, anything that you can do to add that warming textural element. So any kind of soft fabric is really going to help soften spaces like kitchens and bathrooms that otherwise have quite cold and clean surfaces. That brings me nicely to the next point, which is bringing the outdoors into your home. If you want to have a cozy, lived-in feeling home, what you really want is a warm, inviting space for people to gather, for you to relax, to host parties, drinks, all of those kind of things, and one that can flow season to season, winter, spring, summer, autumn. And a really, really great way to do that is to look to your garden, to your natural surroundings, and bring those elements inside to your house. So something I'll often do is go out foraging nearby where it's okay to do so, and just take some scissors, take a bag, and just snip a few stems and pop them in different pots and vases throughout our home, so that there is an element of greenery or some rustic branches in every room. You can also do this with faux greenery, and although I'd always recommend real or preserved, you can get some really, really amazing faux stems, which if like me you do struggle to keep things alive, or with the maintenance and cost of fresh flowers, if you can't go foraging nearby, then I'd definitely recommend looking into some very realistic faux alternatives. The next thing to try in your home, which kind of flows on nicely from bringing the outdoors in, is using lots of wood and other natural materials. So as you can see behind me, our kitchen was a very pale, very white, neutral space, and I really wanted something to warm it up, and to do that I had the idea of adding this cladded oak ceiling, which I will do a whole video on soon if you'd find useful, but essentially it was just stuck and nailed and pinned to the ceiling using engineered oak and then some engineered oak beams which were coated on MDF. So it looks really original, really characterful. It gives a lot of warmth and texture to the home, but it wasn't very expensive, and it's something that can stay there forever now. I'd also think very carefully about what you're using in your hallway, in your kitchen, bathroom, and always opt for a natural stone where you can. And I know there is an added cost to that, but if you're thinking about long-term plans, longevity, they will last a lot longer than man-made products, and they will look and age beautifully. Other places you can bring wood and other natural materials in is shelving, stools, dining chairs, console tables, any of those kind of things. So when you're choosing a piece of furniture, just look at the wood tone, the texture, think about the tiles, and think if it's something you'd find in nature. And if it is, bringing that into your house is probably going to help it feel cozier, more textural, and much more natural. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to talk about in today's video is adding curtains and blinds to your home. Honestly, I think the best thing you can do to make your home look expensive, cozy, warm, is add very, very considered window coverings. So whether that's shutters, Roman blinds, pleated curtains, any of the above, I really, really suggest thinking about it carefully, saving and investing in something good. When it comes to window dressings, I usually think the best option for that cozy, comfortable feel, dependent on the windows in your home, is a Roman blind dropped down to half height, and that can be a light filtering blind in a lightweight warm linen that lets a lot of natural light through, or that could be a heavier blackout blind that just kind of sits across the top if it's for a bedroom or something, and then layered with some double or triple pleat curtains. And I always think the curtains should sit just a few millimeters above floor level, so they don't drag across the floor and gather dust, but they just sit on it nicely. You don't want to have like ankle swinger type curtains. In terms of choosing colours for curtains as well, I usually suggest going for something very similar to the wall colour. So in my living room, for example, where we don't have the nicest of windows and we haven't been able to change them yet, we've gone for some really lovely textured linen curtains in a match to the wall colour. Most companies will have something out there that you can find that's a match to your wall colour. And then for the blind, we've gone for a slightly lighter colour, so to blend in with other pieces in the room, like the sofa, the armchair, and to soften the gap between the curtains and the window light that comes through. So those were my top 5 tips for making your home feel cozy. I would love to know if you enjoyed them, if you try them in your home, how you get on. And as always, if you do have any questions, let me know. And please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to see more videos like this as well, let me know in the comments, and maybe I can do a bit of a series where every week we talk about different things in more depth, how to style to make your home cozy, planning a scheme to make your home feel comfortable lived in, and other amazing, memorable kind of backdrops of what a home should be. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and looking forward to catching up with you next time. Bye!